Okay, we're going to start the new Gemara. Starts from Tashma. והביא עשרה. So, just as an introduction, I wanted to show you what a donkey looks like when it's carrying a load. So there we have this donkey, and I guess increasing its load, even if it's not weight, could make things a little complicated. Okay, the background to this Gemara is the Machlekes Abaya and Rava about how much barley would make the renter chayiv if the animal dies, if the donkey dies. We said that normally a donkey could carry 15 sa of wheat, and if we were only looking at the weight, then that would be the equivalent of 16 sa of barley. However, we're not only looking at the weight, we're also looking at the size. The Mishnah said that the volume, the size, is as difficult as the weight. So Abaya says that 15 and a half sa would make you chayav if the animal gets damaged. And Rava says, no, it has to be 16 sa. Now the reason for that machlekes is that Abaya learned that if it would be wheat, so when would I be chayav? I'm allowed to carry 15 sa, but if I would add a half a sa, so it would be 15 and a half. A half a sa, by the way, is 3 kav. 1 sa is 6 kav. So if I would have 15 and a half, I would be chayav by wheat. And size is the same as weight, so the same, just like 15 and a half of wheat would be chayav. So also barley 15 and a half would be chayav. That's Abaya's opinion. It doesn't weigh as much, but okay, the size is the same, I'm chayav. Rava says no, first you need the weight to be the same, so you have to have 16. 16 sa would be the same weight as wheat, and then you would be chayav for barley as well if it's 16. Okay. Now this Gemara is going to be a question on Abaya. So Tashma, come in here. Lahavi lesech, if they made up to bring a lesech of chitin, which we said is 15 sa, which that's the amount that a donkey can carry, Behavi. But instead he brought he brought 16 of barley. So he brought an entire sa extra. And then the Brisa, this is a Brisa, not a Mishnah. The Brisa says chayav. Okay, this is clearly the opinion of Rava, that it only be chayav if you have 16 and 16 sa of barley. It's a kasha on Abaya. Abaya says you should be chayav even by 15 and a half. So, oops, sorry about that. So this is we should really put a question mark here. Chayav hashleishas kabin, but if it would be shleishas kabin, pater. Here's the question mark. You should, if it's only 3 kav, you would be pater. It's a kasha on Abaya. Abaya says you should be chayav for 3 kav extra, which means 15 and a half. So tirgama Abaya. Abaya will answer. We'll translate this to mechiksa. This brisa that says that 16 sa of barley would be chayav, that's talking about mechiksa. It's talking about a special type of measurement. I made a little chart for you. Let's go to this. Okay, there are three types of measurements. There's gadush, which that is a measurement which is heaping over the top. There's tfufais, which is a little bit over the top. You make the measurement, it sticks up a little bit. It would be liquid, it would be surface tension, but it's just dry, so it piles up a little bit. And then there's mechiksa, which is totally flat. So Abaya says that this brisa that says that you'd only be chayiv if you have 16, that's referring to mechiksa. Why is that? Because 16 of mechiksa is equal to 15 and a half of tefufais. And he's really chayiv with 15 and a half. That's the normal measurement of tefufais, where every measurement it covers over the lid just a little bit, covers over the top just a little bit, and that's 15 and a half would be chayiv. That's already too much. The animal can't carry that. But mechiksa, so it's also really 15 and a half. It's the same size as 15 and a half. The only thing is that the mechiksa drop less, so it takes 16 to be the equivalent of 15 and a half, and that would be the answer. So one more time in the Gemara, we said if you brought 16 instead of 15, which was what he was supposed to bring of wheat, but instead he brought 16 of barley, is chayev. He says hashleishus kav and pater, but if with 3 kav, if he only brought 3 kav more, then it would be pater. That seems to be Rava's opinion, not Abaya's opinion. So Tirgum Abaya would answer in Mechiksa that this price is talking about when it's smaller measurements, and that's why you need 16 of them. But in actuality, it's actually the same size as 15 and a half.